Many Ottawa residents feel this past winter shift in decades. But all that bad weather was good for roofers. They say they are overwhelmed by calls for repairs to shingled roofs. We get the details from Corey O'Kelly.
You can see the results of the bitter winter on shingles. The endless snow, then freeze and thaw cycles overwhelmed many roofs. Now the calls for help are flooding into roofing companies.
We're seeing about a 30% of increase of calls for this time of year versus last year.
Stan Stewart heads up one of the city's biggest roofing companies. He says he's never seen weather exact such a toll.
We used to freeze once a year, we used to thaw once a year. Now we can freeze and thaw 20 times in a season, okay, in the winter time. As a result, the old traditional shingles, which were asphalt shingles, no longer really stand up to these environmental changes.
He says repeated thawing and freezing destroys asphalt shingles.
Underneath, the tar becomes really brittle below zero, so it breaks free, and this creates this delamination of the gravel from the traditional shingle.
Now hundreds of homeowners like Bernie Murray are calling roofers to have their shingles replaced.
After the tough winter we've had, and really noticed it early spring, like the lifting of the shingles.
And there are other things to watch for, says roofing estimator Dennis Rivard.
Discovering pieces of shingles on the ground. We're seeing some eaves trough being bent, flashing, getting pulled from the walls. So those are all signs of ice damage.
And there's something else at play here too, winds. Roofers say they used to top out at 50 or 60 kilometers an hour. Now 80, 90 or 100 often happens. Those winds flip up shingles, bully them, and cause all kinds of damage to roofs.
Contractors are now recommending these 8-layer asphalt epoxy hybrid shingles, which can handle gale force winds and are insured to last 50 years. Take that, winter. Corey O'Kelly, CBC News, Ottawa.